Yo, what's up, guys? What up, boys? How's everyone doing? Happy March Madness. Yo, what's up, Rec Rap? How you doing? Anyways, let's get in some bets. Woo! Dude, my allergies. I moved back home to Virginia, and dude, my allergies, my eyes are fucking killing me. Whew. But without further ado, let's find some March Madness bets. Yo, what's up, guys? What sportsbook do you guys want to look at? Also, I'm probably only going to stream for a couple hours. For like 30 minutes or so, and then I'm going to run another live stream later tonight. But let's see what we got, man. Get some of these sportsbooks logged into. Let's go, bro. Did you go to the gym last night? Yeah, I did. So we have a 30% college basketball boost on FanDuel. Damn, there's a no sweat MLB token. So basically, if we lose, we get our money back. Dude, we got a lot of promos on these books right now. And then PrizePicks has a discount on Cooper Flag that I already gave out a play on. I think that's the only PrizePicks discount. It is. What book do you guys want to start out on, man? So I see people saying Underdog, and then I see some PrizePicks. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do an Underdog fantasy play. So, again, Underdog fantasy, man. It's a fixed payout sports book. So, the first play I'm going to go with, what do you guys think about it? Let me know. Spencer Dinwiddie. Did you work on your bench press? Nah, I did not work on my bench press. Well, actually, maybe let's do an Underdog streak first. Why not? So let's go here. Underdog streaks is pretty fun. Basically, it's an 11-leg parlay. If you win 11 picks in a row, you turn $10 into 10,000. So the same strategy kind of applies with regards to, how you beat regular Underdog fantasy. So the first play I'm going to go with is Dinwiddie over 6.5 assists. So this is just right off the positive EV tool on OddsJam that compares DFS lines like Underdog to sportsbooks. So on Underdog, we're going to get the same payout. If we take Dinwiddie's over or his under, every sportsbook, FanDuel has his over at -152. A little more aggressive than Pinnacle. Pinnacle is known to be a really sharp book. But anyways, what do we want to do, man? We need a second pick that we can include. So let's see what we got. And we're doing an Underdog streak. I've still yet to win. I still have not won one, but I'd really like to win one. I really would. Oh, fuck. I kind of like this play. Yo, check it out. So we have Roberts. This is college basketball, under in points plus assists. So Underdog streaks, you can do $1 to win 1,000. You can win 5 to win 5,000, 10 to win 10,000. I'm going to do 10 to win 10,000. And I think this line has pretty solid value. It's a college basketball player prop. So we got Roberts under in PAs and then Dinwiddie over in assists. That's what I'm going to be going with for this little streak. What's up, guys? FanDuel college basketball boost. Yo, so let's take a look at this. Let me get this streak locked in. Yo, tail this shit, bro. Anyways, this was Roberts. Right, you can see Underdog has his line at 13.5 points plus assists. Every pick I give out, I obviously want to make sure has value. This is just kind of the OddsJam sportsbook screen. PrizePicks lower at 12.5. Data point number 1. Dabble, 11.5 even on better. So regardless, this play seems like pretty solid value on Underdog. Cutie patootie looking bro, my allergies are fucking destroying me right now. So we got in this Underdog streak. Yo, it sounds like people want FanDuel plays. Is that accurate, man? We want FanDuel plays? We can do another Underdog play, by the way, if any of this shit gets removed. Oh, baby. Dude, honestly, there is a lot of value on Underdog. Maybe we rip another slip. What do you guys think about that? Let's do a second Underdog slip. Yo, so the first play, we have Johnny Broom, absolute bitch boy. I am on the one and only Florida Gators. Fuck Auburn! Yo, I'm on Florida. Fuck Auburn, dude. Anyways, let's see what we got here. So Johnny Broom, yo, I kind of like this. You can see like PrizePicks, all the other major sports books have his line at 31.5. So this is just right off this, little fantasy optimizer. It just points out line discrepancies. Usually I put minimum number of data points at 3. I want to see multiple points of confirming evidence. Yo, let's get in an underdog 3, man. How does that sound? So the second play I'm going to go with is Esports. I don't give a fuck what I'm betting on. If there's value, I will run it. So, you can see Maka, like, Underdog started to post Esports lines, I guess, for tomorrow. They just have his line too high. Hot Streak has his line not only lower, but this is variable pricing. So you can see they also have the under favored, more juice towards the under. Sheesh, bro. We're going to get in an underdog 3, man. Here we go. 3-pick entry, college basketball, plus Esports. 3-mans on underdog. You're getting a 6x payout. PrizePicks only gives you 5x. So they give you a pretty solid payout on 3-mans on 3-pick entries. DraftKings has an NBA and MLB boost. Are you fucking kidding me, man? So you can see Underdog already removed the Esports play. Little fuckers, dude. But on the bright side, that's okay, because there's some other esports. There's usually a lot of esports value on Underdog. So obviously, if they remove something, it's a little beat. But usually there's a fair amount of... What am I doing? Copy. Okay. Sheesh. 3-pick entry. Slend under 27.5. So this is just another line discrepancy off the optimizer. Load, bitch. Anyways, 3-pick entry. Get it locked in. If you're on YouTube, I think Twitch has a little bit less of a delay. But you can see here, once again, just Underdog has the line at 27.5. All the other books opening his line at 26.5. And Sleeper, as well as Hot Streak, both have the under favored or juiced. 3-man. Damn, bro. What do we want to do? Yo, so I see a lot of people asking for FanDuel. Let's see if there's anything good on FanDuel. What do we got on FanDuel, man? So FanDuel has, what did they have? Yeah, so they have an MLB no sweat promo. So basically, you make a 3-leg parlay. If we lose, we get our money back. So typically what I do, when FanDuel, again, these promos are the easiest money you're going to make sports betting. So typically what I, try to do is just find a few picks with value that I'm in love with. I love riding dudes. So I try to find some picks with value, pair them together. If every bet in your parlay is plus EV, then your parlay will be plus EV. But more importantly, obviously this is a no sweat promo. So if we lose, we're getting our money back. So let's put something a little bit together. How does that sound? Dude. So Michael Harris over 1.5 hits at plus 180. I mean, this seems pretty damn solid. No other book really offering above plus 160. It's yeah, I'll take that. But what else do you want to give me? Lawrence Butler. I love him. So here we have a 3-pick entry, no sweat promo. It's only a max of $5. So we can throw 5 on it, and basically we have insurance. If we lose, we get our money back. But then we can be yo, we're not pussies. I'm going to put another 50 on it because all these picks are plus EV. So here was the play. Can I be your accountant? So that's what I'm running for the FanDuel no sweat promo. Lose, get your money back. That's about as good as it gets. And then that's what we had for the underdog streak. Dude, Tommy Edman has 5 home runs this year. Kind of crazy. Ohtani only has 3 home runs. Wow. We may have a new, but Ohtani's been clutch, bro. But what do we want to do? So, underdog play. I don't know, man. What do you guys want to look at? Can I be your accountant? I'll do it pro bono. So I've said this before, but sometimes I like to, look at this arbitrage tool for good bets whenever the market is crossed. So whenever 2 sports books, like right here, whenever 2 sports books are crossed, have such different odds, right, that you can bet the over on one book, the under on another book to guarantee a profit, we know one of these 2 bets has to be profitable, right? Like, you can't be able to get Thompson's over at plus 128. Where are you, baby? So this is going to be a DraftKings play. There's not a ton of liquidity available, but regardless, usually DraftKings is the much softer sports book. Yo, so what's my code? Send me the code. Okay. So let's get logged into DraftKings. So in general, like, DraftKings is a pretty soft book. So here, I mean, they're only going to give me $30 on this play. So this is Thompson under 12.5 points. This is what I just locked in on DraftKings. It takes 2 seconds to do, right, with 1-click bet, because I can just click into it. But you can see DraftKings is crossed. It's arbitrage, right, plus 128. So obviously I could just go over to ProphetX, bet, guarantee a profit. So one of those 2 bets has to be profitable. You can see FanDuel has the under as a much bigger favorite. DraftKings is also crossed with Novig, which is another peer-to-peer exchange. So sometimes I like to just like fire off some straight bets from this tool. Sometimes. So like, what do we got here, man? Zach Edey over 21.5 PRAs, meh. But like, this actually seems solid. Once again, DraftKings is crossed with ProphetX. So one of these 2 bets either is over at plus 126 or is under at minus 125. One of those 2 bets has to be profitable. You can see kind of the sharper books. Pinnacle, Circa's known to be a pretty sharp book. They have the under as much bigger favorites, around like minus 140, minus 145. So it's like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to take that. But they're only going to give me 31, 33. But again, it takes just a couple seconds to lock these bets in. So I ran Sears under as well. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Dabble. Who the fuck is spamming Dabble? Yo, I've said this before, but unfortunately Dabble, it's not available. It's not available in Virginia. You know, all these sports books are legal in different states, which kind of sucks. Yo, so what did we have on FanDuel? What did they have? So they had, dude, I thought there was a college basketball boost. So there is. So this is simply a 30% boost. 30%'s a lot, right? Like, basically whatever you're betting should be plus EV. 30% is a lot. So let's just go here. Let's see if we can put in college basketball. I'm just going to filter college basketball into OddsJam. And let's try to find some value. So like Florida plus 340. That's what I'm going to throw this on. Florida minus 10.5 plus 340 with the boost. Again, all these books, you know, there's hundreds of books in the US. They all run these promos, try to like, you know, keep you coming back to their platform. So you can see here, right? I'm getting this now plus 445 on FanDuel. I could arb this with BetMGM. Granted, this promo is a pretty small amount of money, but like when I started sports betting, that's literally what I would do. Is if you wanted to, you could go over to BetMGM, hedge, right? You could take the alt spread, Auburn plus 10.5 at minus 375, just guarantee $1 in profit off of the promo. But it's pretty clear, like getting this at plus 445, which would be crossed with BetMGM, Fanatics, Arbitrage, Fliff. It's pretty clear, like, yeah, I mean, that would be a very solid bet on FanDuel at plus 445. Let's go Florida. He don't do dabble no more. Yeah, I don't do dabble or I'm not able to actually lock in dabble slips anymore. I can still show you the board, although it doesn't even look like there's any value. Doesn't seem like there's much value on dabble right now. We could rip a PrizePicks slip, or we could do like a fucking FanDuel play. I don't know, man. I'm open to ideas. I'm open to ideas. Oh, baby. So again, so DraftKings limited me on this to 38.16. So obviously this is a very small arb, right? Takes a couple seconds to lock it in. It's basically kind of like a low hold. It's basically a way to churn through your money. I've said this before. If you have any questions about Edge Boost, you can message me. Basically, every dollar you put into a sports book and actually bet. So you put the money in, but you have to actually bet it. They give you cash back on. You know, all these debit card companies make money whenever you deposit. So this is like the first company that passes back a portion of that money they make to the end user. So like even low tier arbs, sometimes I'll just swing them to try to get the cash back. But regardless, I'm not going to sit on this live stream and do that. That's what I do in my personal time. So let's see what we got, man. Yo, is there any home run value? Oh, shit. I like it. Yo, so I'm going to give you a home run play here. DraftKings is crossed, right? Arbitrage with ProphetX. So you could bet the over on DraftKings, the under on ProphetX, guarantee a profit. So one of these two bets has to be profitable by definition. So what I'm going to do is, what are you going to do, Alex? I'm going to put together a little parlay on DraftKings. Sheesh. I'm putting together a DraftKings parlay. Yo, I love parlays. They're fun. They're fun. So I have Ramos home run. Whoops, you can't even see it. And Marcus Seaman, his last name, Marcus Seaman to record a walk. Honestly, fuck it. Let's just run these two picks. It comes out to plus 31.85. DraftKings is only going to give me, oh shit, I should have actually, whatever. Anyways, DraftKings has a promo. Yeah, they do. So I think this is every single day. They have this like no sweat home run promo, which basically means you place a bet. Yo, who the fuck are you, bro? How do I message this dude? Anyways, MLB home run no sweat promo. If we lose our MLB bet, you know, we'll get our money back. So what I can do is maybe we take, sorry, it was Ramos. So maybe we take Ramos again if they let me, and they will. So basically, like if Ramos goes yard, we keep the profit of $40. The max bet size on this promo is only $5. If he doesn't go yard, they're going to give us, you know, $5 back in like bonus funds. All we have in Florida is Hard Rock. I'm pretty sure you got a lot more books in Florida. Is anyone else in Florida? I feel like there's a lot more books than just those two. Could be wrong. Right, there's more books than Hard Rock. I think Hard Rock's the only regulated book. So here's an ARB, right? Obviously, I'm max limited on DraftKings at this point, so they only gave me 56 bucks. But DraftKings and FanDuel have such different odds. I mean, minus 178, minus 140, that, you know, I knew DraftKings was going to limit me. So they limited me to $56. So I just plugged that into the ARB calculator. Tells me to bet $39.02 on FanDuel. The second the game's over, you know, I'll make a risk-free profit of $1, which, again, isn't a lot, but you hit a bunch of those in the day, and you're skating pretty. Yo, but what buck did we want to do? Let's see what we got. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can do a PrizePicks play, maybe. So now I got to put all the leagues back in because I just had... And there actually is dabble value. So I lied. Like Chris Dunn, under 7.5 points. This seems like a very solid play. Dabble, it's a fantasy site. This is one of the only books not legal in Virginia. Won a golf at Westwood Country Club with me. I don't know where that is. So Chris Dunn, under 7.5 points. That's available on Dabble. It's also available on Better. You know, you can see Novig, a peer-to-peer exchange. All these books have the under heavily favored, but I'll try to do a PrizePicks play. So I already, I already gave out a play for the Cooper flag discount, but if you haven't already used the flag discount, you could run it again. So we got Taj Bradley. Yo, what do we think about this play, boys? Taj Bradley, under 5.5 strikeouts. There's hundreds of books setting lines from peer-to-peer betting exchanges to offshore books to, you know, sharper books like Circa, Pinnacle. They all have his under heavily favored. So it's like, yeah, let's run that. And so maybe we'll do a 5 flex. And if you wanted to, you could throw in an additional pick and run a 6 flex if you haven't already used the Cooper flag discount. Actually, I'm not going to take Zubak. I'm going to take Dinwiddie again. We already ran this for an underdog streak. So we have Taj Bradley under. Okay, I like that. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. What do we think of these first 3 picks? Smash or pass? We got Gobert under in points plus rebounds. Dinwiddie over in assists. Taj Bradley over. Could we do some Fliff, please? We'll do some Fliff. Let's take a look at Fliff. Although I really should hit the gym if I want to stream during the games. Yo, let's see what we got. So the market has really been moving towards Houston. Dude, I got Houston last night at like plus 240. You can kind of see going into game day, boom, all these books, you know, have kind of dropped Houston from around plus 240 to around plus 200. Yo, but what was I going to say is, wow, there is a lot of value on Fliff. But we got to finish this PrizePicks slip. And again, I'm going to stream during the game, so... oh my God. Dude, there is a lot of possible shit to bet on. Ooh. So when you're betting on League of Legends, it's positively correlated to take players on the same team to go the same direction. However, PrizePicks will oftentimes add a pretty crazy payout shift. Sometimes PrizePicks will add a pretty crazy payout shift. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Dinwiddie because we already used him in the streak. Because 4-pick power, so we have Taj Bradley under, Gobert under, and then 2 correlated esports plays, but they're still adding a pretty, I mean, that's a little bit of a beat payout shift. Like 9x I'd be okay with, but 8.5x is a little bit like, yo, come on, this is a ripoff. So I'm actually not going to run that. Long story short. And I'm just going to do a non-correlated slip, which is okay. And most importantly, like, there's no payout shift. So if you look like right here, yo, what up, DraftKings? Yo, if you look right here, Lotto, like, you know, PrizePicks opening his line at 14. Hot Streak, a book that specializes in esports, they have his line at 13.5 with the under favored or juiced. Underdogs at 13. All these other books got his line lower, so we got 4 picks so far. Damn, man. Yo, so this is what I'm getting locked in on PrizePicks. Play it if you want to play it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So some esports, some NBA, some MLB. Yo, can someone put the link in the chat if you want to tail? Was gonna head to the gym, then I saw you were live. Yo, can somebody put a link in the chat? Yo, what's up, D-Boy Curry? Yo, my boy D-Boy Curry's in here. He is one of my favorite. Yo, $10 minimum purchase receives matching free pick up to $100. Yo, so fuck, dude. Am I not gonna get to the gym? I gotta get to the gym for at least a little, but let's see if we can do this. So you can see this is just Rebet. It's a sports book available in nearly every state. So if I'm reading this correctly, you deposit $100. Whoa. And you get a free pick. Spencer Dinwiddie was bumped to 7. Shit. One sec. So let's do this on Rebet. So people are saying Dinwiddie was bumped. Shit. So Dinwiddie was bumped to 7. Man, dude. Yo, so I still got Dinwiddie over 6.5 in my slip. Y'all gotta be quicker, man. I still got Dinwiddie over 6.5 in my slip, but what I'll do is if you want a replacement pick, I would take the combo. So Dinwiddie was bumped. So if you wanted a replacement pick, I mean, you could also throw in Flag, but I would take the combo prop. That seems to have better value with Harden. Oh my gosh. Oh shit, dude. Okay. Here's one with the replacement. Yo, somebody put a link in the chat, and I appreciate you. Yo, my nats are up big. But what I wanted to do is I want to do this Rebet promo. So this is pretty crazy. I mean, you can see somebody is offering a fuck ton of liquidity on Dinwiddie under 6.5 assists at plus 150 on Novig. Again, Novig is a peer-to-peer betting platform. That's a massive arb to Sportzino, Bet Rivers, kind of a variety of books. So what I want to do, and then I want to do the Rebet play. Where are you, Spencer? What were we talking about, dude? Fuck, man. Rebet. Okay, so let's go to Rebet. So that Dinwiddie pick, unfortunately, got bumped pretty quickly. However, oh my God, dude. So I should have a Rebet free pick for $100. So let's see how this works. You guys are going to kill me because I'm doubling down on Houston. I mean, if Rebet's offering great value on the spread, plus 325, FanDuel's only offering plus 355. Nobody wants to see Duke win. Nobody wants to see Duke win. I mean, let's be real. We all want Houston to win. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So again, sometimes certain spreads have better value. So usually I just want to take the pick that has the highest EV. Right, plus 325, that seems solid. Sheesh. Take it. And there we go. So I just got my free pick locked in. Houston, minus 4.5. And then we got a college baseball pick. So you put in $100. They basically give you an $100, $100 worth of site credit. I don't know why it's not showing the odds, but it should be, I don't know, plus 1,500 or something like that. So this is UC Davis college baseball play, and then we got Houston. So this is my Rebet promo. My Rebet promo play, plus 1,430. I am definitely a Duke fan. What the fuck? Is there any way to prevent betting limits? Don't make money. I mean, that's the main way. Obviously, there's things you can do, especially when you're arbitrage betting or just any betting strategy. Like I would recommend round your bet sizes and, like even if a calculator, whether you're using a Kelly calculator for EV betting or an ARB calculator, it's like, like let's say I want to bet $500 on Novig. I wouldn't exactly bet 585.98, maybe round to 585. And then sure, whatever, your net profit, depending on if Gobert goes over or under, will be slightly different, but like, who cares? It'll be slightly different. Maybe you make $14 or $16 as opposed to just guaranteeing a profit, but of exactly 1402 or whatever it was. But what was I gonna say? I don't know, man. There's some big arbs, stuff like that, but I'm gonna try to hit the gym for like 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stream for a while. So I will see you guys in a bit. Well, actually, let's just see if there's any Fliff value for the Florida game since that game starts first. Bro, and there actually is a lot of value for the Florida game. Fuck, man. Fuck. Any of these picks we absolutely love. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, we were on this dude last week, and he came through for us. Or do we like Wall Richard? Who is our favorite play, man? Damn, dude, there is a lot of value on Fliff for the game. But let's see here what we can do. So I'm going to run Chads over in 3s. And I don't even care, man. If you're going to give me value on Houston, again, there's been a lot of line movement towards Houston today. Sometimes on Rebet, these spreads, these alt spreads, have pretty decent value. So again, they have a max parlay payout of $5,000. So I'm going to be able to bet, what, $675 on this. So that will be my first play on Fliff. So we got a Fliff play. Whew. Anyways, I'll be, yeah. Fuck. Am I really going to go to the gym? Yeah, I'm going to